Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Mel and I'm a fashion blogger from Massachusetts and I love thrifting. And that is exactly what we're going to be doing today. I am sitting outside of my hometown Salvation Army and it's one of my favorite thrift stores to go to. I just got back from my dentist appointment and I figured I would stop in because the dentist appointment was very quick and I put in a decent amount of PTO and I still have about 40 minutes where I can go thrifting. Before I take you with me, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can follow along every single time that I make a new video, which is usually 2 times per week. And it's like we'll be going thrifting together all the time, which I think would be really fun. But without further ado, let's get into it. These are really good quality. I'd get them for my husband, but they are a little bit too big. These are the fun pants. They don't really have a ton of them, as you can see. What is this? Oh my goodness. I actually love the shirt. It's Shein, but no, I'm not gonna get it. I love the pattern. I don't think I'd wear it because of the fabric. It's very like polyester-y. I feel like I'd be sweating. What is this? Another pair of Shein pants. I literally thought this was vintage. They fooled me. It felt pretty good quality though. These are fun. Let's see. More Shein. Found so much Shein so far. These are all the black shirts. It's just like a little too tall for me though, so it's kind of hard to look through and film at the same time. I thought this was the Band Queen. They have a really good selection of shirts today. Nothing that I would personally wear. There's a lot of t-shirts, and I think I already have enough t-shirts or just like plain colored tops. But whenever I feel like I have holes in my closet, I feel like it is shirts that I don't have enough of. It's a catch-22. This quilted style is so in right now. This is not a real Vera Bradley. It kind of looks like it, but let's see what they have for the purses. I found some good purses here in the past. It's like a Red Sox Louis Vuitton print almost. I'm in the shoes section all of a sudden, so let's take a look through these. They don't usually have too many good shoes here. I feel like sometimes, not always, but sometimes they have a lot of like busted ones. I've been seeing these Hey Dude shoes everywhere. Let's see, the quality is just not there. A lot of these shoes are very, very worn. I love cowboy boots. And these shoes aren't organized by any size or anything. It kind of makes it hard to look through. And all the men's and women's are all kind of mixed together. There's a lot of rain boots. There's also a lot of heels. I've been noticing that a lot at thrift stores. Just like people are getting rid of their heels, which makes sense if people aren't working in the office as much, or even just like the work from home culture, I think has gotten everybody away from a lot of heels. Let's see, I really like these boots. These are fun. These are cute. Oops. Oh my goodness, these are so cute. Wow. I don't have anyone to buy those for though. See, these also look like the Kate Spade style. They're kid shoe. That always happens to me. I see a shoe that I like and it ends up being for a child, so I guess I have childish taste, but that's okay. These racks are all heels, just full and full of heels. My dream thrift find right now would be a pair of Fry boots, which I know everybody's on the lookout for, but I'm gonna manifest it. I think one day I can actually get them. Ooh, these are sparkly. They're Vans. They're a little too worn for me to buy today, but I used to have those in my cart when they were new in the store. Nothing in the shoe section for me today, but that's okay. Let's see, what is this? This is the name brand labels section. A lot of the stuff is not a brand. I don't recognize a lot of these brands. Reebok and like Old Navy, yes, but I don't know. I don't know what the section's actually for. It's the skirt section. Let's see. They don't have a ton of women's clothes. I was actually just talking to somebody off camera and we were talking about women's sizing. They're all over the place. And I agree. There's no consistency in sizing whatsoever. Oh, this is really pretty. I like this. I don't think I'd ever wear it, but I love like the fall prints like that. It's fun embroidery. This looks really cozy and airy. I forget what the tags were today, but $7 for this isn't too bad. Oh my goodness, this is really cute. There's like a lot of the nautical trends I'm seeing right now. I wouldn't wear that, but it's really cute. I like this color. The material feels really good. This brand's pretty good. I see it a lot at Marshall's and TJ Maxx, but when I worked at that consignment shop, that would come through and usually would sell for like a pretty decent price. This is like very, very soft. I love the sweater section. I already have so many sweaters, but I did a sweater purge recently. And one thing I discovered is that I just don't have a ton of plain sweaters, which is probably not very surprising to some people because I do wear a lot of patterns, a lot of patterns. I need basics so I can wear them with my patterned pants. I love the sweaters that are a little bit more of like a chunky knit, like a crew neck style. Pretty. This almost looks like a sweater dress. Very, very oversized. This part of the store is super, super busy. There's a lot of people around me. I don't really love talking when there's people right next to me. I'm trying to get more comfortable with it. If you see me ripping through clothes fast, it's just because I'm on a time crunch here. Don't want to be out of the office too late, even though nobody really cares too much. My job is very flexible. I work from home, I work in marketing, and I love it. I've been there for 9 years, a little more than that. And I've stayed there so long because my company is amazing. But I put some out of office time in this morning, just pretty much for the first portion of the morning. And I have about a 40-minute drive back home. So I just want to be mindful. I don't want to be offline too long. I like this pink striped shirt. I don't know if I'd wear it though. I missed this when I was looking through. I like stripes a lot. Wear a lot of stripes. All right, let's go to the jacket section actually, because I feel like jackets is where I always find the best stuff. I do have a lot of jackets, but I also wear a lot of jackets. It's always pretty cold here in New England. This reminds me of the mob wife trend that was very popular last year. This is Zara, and it's $12.99. That's a pretty good deal. I don't need this. I would prefer if it had a collar on it, but it's a really nice jacket. This is it for denim jackets. I'm surprised by that. There's only 2. Maybe there's more somewhere else. It's pretty. This is like a 90s dress. This reminds me of something my first grade teacher used to wear. She'd wear it with Keds sneakers. I found the dresses. That is a section that I feel like I always make sure to look through the most. Nothing here feels, and I should be looking through every single one. It's just like, I'm not very tall, and these are like really hard for me to reach and like sift through comfortably. Also, they're very packed, so it's kind of hard to look through everything. It's pretty. This is Target. I like the color. It's nice for St. Patrick's Day coming up. It's Abercrombie. It's $10. Denim. I think this would be too small for me though. Oh, there's so many dresses, and that's not a bad thing. It's just hard when it's all packed in together. This is the women's suit jacket section. The sleeve is intriguing. It's a fun shirt. It's in the brand Baubles and Lace. That's like a local boutique shop around here. A nice flannel. I think I'm in the flannel section right now. I love more like oversized flannels. A lot of these are similar to ones I already have though. Oh, we got some Celtic shirts. Boston Celtic. Ooh, whoa. Okay. This is cool. I like this. Boston basketball. It doesn't say Boston Celtics. It says basketball. This is nice. It's $7. I don't think it's half off though, so I'm gonna hold off on that. Basketball is like one of the very few sports that I watch, and that's just because my husband watches it because he really likes basketball. By default, I do too. What size are these? I know these are men's pants because the size is like impossible to find for some reason. Technically, I think this is the men's section that I'm in right now, but it doesn't feel like it. I feel like there's a lot of women's stuff mixed in here. Yeah, this is women's. So I'm a little confused. That's okay. Everlane. What brand is this? Primark. I always get fooled. This is a good quality brand. These, size extra small. Way too small for me, unfortunately, but they're in really good condition. I might pick them up to resell. We'll see. I'm gonna check the tags later. I just got excited. I thought this said Arc'teryx, but it's Arctics. My husband really likes that brand. You never know what you're gonna find at the thrift store, so you do have to look. Joy Lab. These are Target. They're listed as men's, but I'm pretty sure they're women's. A big old thing of ties. I've been seeing a lot of cool stuff with ties lately. People making them into like bags and like bows and just other accessories. It's always worth looking for fun patterns and stuff. I have enough in my project pile right now, so personally I'm not gonna go for that, but I totally could. Look, we got more ties over here. A lot of fun options. I need a belt. Let's see. I'd also love like a vintage belt if possible. This one's cool. It's just like plastic. It's cracking. A lot of the stuff here, unfortunately, is just not the best condition, but I like Western belts like this. This one would be a little too big for me. Now this one is a pretty belt. I didn't see this one before. I might pick this up. Unfortunately, it's all worn out though. What a bummer. I really like this. This looks like a good quality pair of pants. Thrift stores are a good place to get like fabrics. If you are into that type of craft, they usually have a lot of like really good blankets and stuff. I truly don't know what that says. In my era. I love these kinds of blankets. I'm always on the lookout for like the cotton stuff. Let's open this one up and see. I can already tell it's not the material that I want. It's like way too soft. I like the ones that are like hard and crunchy. I'm gonna scan this area. I don't love like digging through blankets at the thrift store. It's just like a personal preference, but I'm always fine with taking them home as long as they get washed. This is cool. It has like a pine cone on it. I've been seeing a lot of cool stuff online of people taking blankets and turning them into like jackets and stuff, and I really want to do that. I gotta find like the right pattern to use first. Spooky. The bags here are everywhere. There's this Vera Bradley, I think it's a weekender bag. Let me see. Pretty good condition actually. It is, actually that's the price of something else. How much is this? How much? It is $12. That's not too bad. I personally don't need a bag this big right now, but if you need one, it's here. Okay, so here's what we're looking at here. This is a sweater from Anthropologie. It's an extra small, which is not my size. Originally it was from Nuuly. You can tell that by the tag. I rent from Nuuly, so I know that. It's a little, like, it needs some sweater shaving, but it's still really soft. It is, how much is this? It's $5.99. I'm pretty sure this is half off. If it's half off, I'll get this one for myself. This is Abercrombie. It's $9.99. It's a denim dress. This also would be too small for me. So I'm gonna zip this up and hold it up to myself and just make sure, but unfortunately I think I'm about to pass on this. And then this is listed as men's. I don't know if it's men's or not, but it's Everlane. It's $7. I would buy this to resell, so I'd have to check up comps first. It's like a sweatshirt, like ankle pant. It feels like it's in really good condition. So these are the 3 things I found. We are back and I had a lot of fun. I always really enjoy going to that thrift store. This time around I didn't get a ton of items and we have a very small haul of the things that I got, but I also wanted to show you a couple other items that I got in my Nuuly subscription. It's not a sponsored video by any means. I'm just about to leave right after this to go to the post office and return it for this month, and I realized that I didn't show you all of the clothes that I rented. So stay tuned for that. We'll start with the haul of the items that I just got though. So I only got 2 items this time, which is okay because you do not need to get loads and loads of items every single time that you go to the thrift store. Not every single time is going to be a complete hit. In this case, it wasn't even a miss. The first item that I got is this sweater from Anthropologie. The brand is by Anthropologie. And it has this little barcode on the tag here. It starts with NU with a bunch of numbers. Whenever you see the NU, it just means that it was rented from Nuuly at one point. On Nuuly, you can buy items that you've rented before if you really like them and want to keep them in your wardrobe. So this person probably purchased it, wore it for a bit, and then ended up donating it. When you saw my footage at the thrift store, you probably saw that the fabric was like really matted. All I did was wash it and it kind of fluffed back up again, which is really exciting. I was going to like wet brush it to make it look a little bit more fluffy, but I don't even think it needs that. It's a very soft material. And I really love the oatmeal brown color. It has a V-neck, and if I were to wear this, I would wear it with like maybe a fun collar peeking out of it, maybe layered over a skirt. The next item is something that's also not in my size, unfortunately, so I'll be reselling this one as well, but it is a pair of pants from Everlane, which if you're familiar with the brand, you know it usually is very good quality, and these pants definitely feel it. It's a really nice brown color. These are almost like a sweatpants material, but more like a fitted trouser pant at the same time. So it seems like a really good way to get dressed up, but then also kind of be cozy at the same time. My total thrift haul was only $9 this time, which I feel like I got a really good deal. A bunch of other amazing things to show you from my Nuuly rental subscription this month. Again, this video is not sponsored by any means. I just always like to show you some of the clothing that I rent. You may have actually seen me wear a couple of these items in videos from this month. Essentially, Nuuly is a clothing rental subscription where you can get 6 items per month, and it's all really high quality items from high quality brands. Because I do a lot of shopping, all mostly secondhand, renting clothes for me makes a lot of sense because I like to switch up my wardrobe a lot. I really only wear my items like 1 or 2 times before I decide to resell it again. I really like that constant flow of different things in my wardrobe. So I try to do this in a sustainable way, which clothing rentals really help with that. All of these items are secondhand, which I think is really fun. Here are the 6 items that I got. You can see a lot of really fun colors and patterns and maybe some sparkles. First up, we have this dress from the brand by Anthropologie. It's a really fun, like ditzy floral pattern. It has a lot of little eyelets in it, which is kind of hard to see on camera, but it has like pinks and oranges and yellows, blues. I wore this a bunch actually layered underneath some sweaters. I would have the collar poking out. So whenever I say I'll like layer something over a fun collar, this is the kind of collar that I'm talking about. Just like a really nice, like oversized Peter Pan type style. In this case, it's floral, which adds extra bonus points in my book. I've worn this on its own too. I've even paired this with my pink cowboy rain boots. The next item that we have here is also from Anthropologie. It's from the brand Pilcrow, and it is this olive green corduroy, like little pinafore dress. This has been favorited in my Nuuly closet for so long, and I was finally able to rent it in my size. I feel like this is really good for some pre-St. Patrick's Day festivities, and since it's corduroy, it keeps me warm. Next up is this sweater from Free People. It's navy blue and has these little hearts stitched into it. This was my February Nuuly subscription, and I really wanted something for Valentine's Day that didn't like scream Valentine's Day. So I got this heart sweater because I really wanted to wear it all month long. I actually wore this a bunch layered underneath this Pilcrow dress with jeans and even with these camo pants that you're about to see coming up. The next item that you see here is one of my favorites, and it is this jacket that has all these horses all over it. It also has a corduroy collar, which I feel like is a really fun detail. It has buttons up the front and also has kind of like a pleat in the back. Although it's like a crop jacket, it almost like flares out. I have a lot of really heavy jackets because I live in New England and it's really cold here. But usually at the end of February, early March, which is when I'm filming this video, the weather starts to lighten up. We've already had our first fall spring. And this is a jacket that I wore a lot during some of our warmer weather, which for us is only about like 45 degrees. The next item is something that I wore a ton, and it is this pair of pants from We the Free. It has a barrel leg and even a built-in belt, which is really fun. I've actually rented these pants in a different color and style before, and I really like the look of them overall. You may have seen in a previous video, I also purchased these in more of like a silver metallic print. So I'm a big fan of this cut of pants overall. And in the future, I may even rent more colors too from Nuuly. And last but not least is my favorite item that I got from this whole month. It is this frog sweater, and it is sparkly. It also has a turtleneck. If you watch this channel, you have seen the sweater worn before at least once, and if you follow me on Instagram, you have seen the sweater multiple times. So it is a well-loved piece. I've really considered purchasing this, so we'll see. Maybe I'll buy it, maybe I won't. It's possible I'll rent it in the future though. So that was everything that I got in my thrift trip and everything I rented in this month's Nuuly subscription. Let me know in the comments what your favorite item was. I think my favorite thing that I thrifted was an Anthropologie sweater because of how soft it is. My favorite item from the Nuuly subscription is my sparkly frog sweater. But before you go, make sure that you hit that subscribe button so you can follow along every single time that I make a new video, which is usually 2 times per week. And it's like we can be going thrifting together all the time, which I think would be really fun. You can also follow me on my Instagram and TikTok at Mel Gets Dressed. I post a lot more daily fashion content there, so maybe you can get some fashion inspiration. But thank you all again so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye!